Hello, everyone, and welcome to another webinar by Royal Cyber. Today, we brought another interesting topic for our audience, and that is learn, manage, and govern APIs with Universal API Management. Now, before we jump into the presentation, if anyone is unable to view my screen or can hear me properly, kindly notify me on the chat window located at the right side of the pan. Now, let's have a quick glance at the agenda today. We will talk about Universal API Management, which is fairly a new topic along with its capabilities and few of its product, Anypoint API Governance and Anypoint Flex Gateway, along with its feature sets. Now, before we start, I want to talk a little bit about Royal Cyber. Royal Cyber is a globally recognized award-winning technology partner that is helping organizations accelerate their digital transformation journeys for over 2 decades now. With Royal Cyber, we have 1,500 plus employees globally, 250 plus certified consultants, more than 10 offices in 5 different continents, and 600 plus happy customers. Now, my name is Ali, and I'm the technical account manager. And along with me here is one of my great colleague and a knowledgeable speaker, Mr. Usama Atiq, who is a senior software engineer for MuleSoft, and he's going to take you through the presentation. Now, without the delay further, I will hand this over to Osama, and he's going to take you through the rest of the presentation and demo. Over to you, Osama. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali, for introducing me. Hi, everyone. In this session, we will look into UAPIM objectives and new API management products released by MuleSoft, including API governance and Flex Gateway. Let's take a look into UAPIM. As we know, today's biggest challenge for enterprises were to come up with a universal discovery, manageability, and governance across all their services. Universal API Management provides the ability to open the scope of full lifecycle management capabilities to APIs regardless of where they are built, the architecture in which they are implemented, or the environment they are hosted in. It's the next evolution of API management that transforms traditional approaches to be more flexible and scalable. With Universal API Management, enterprises can work with any API of any origin, regardless of where they are created and which protocol they use. They work with any architecture from monolithic applications to microservices, work with any environment, be it cloud or on premises or hybrid. Universal API Management offers different products such as Flex Gateway, API Governance, Community Manager, API Cataloging with the updated Anypoint Platform CLI and API Manager. And in this session, we look into Anypoint API Governance and Anypoint Flex Gateway. Anypoint API Governance. Let's take a look into Anypoint API Governance. So API governance helps improve your organization's API quality by enabling you to identify conformance issues and take steps to resolve them. API governance enables you to configure profiles to apply rule sets to specific sets of APIs, monitor the conformance status of APIs, export reports of API conformance data in CSV format, notify API owners to encourage them to make their APIs conformant to the profiles, apply rule sets to your APIs at design time to see which parts of the definitions are non-conformant, enforce governance within your DevOps organization, publishing governance rule sets in Anypoint Exchange to share with other developers. Now let's see how Anypoint API governance works. So Anypoint API governance provides centralized governance to help you ensure your APIs follow best practices, industry regulations, and security standards. As API owners add, edit, and promote APIs, API governance helps you monitor and address conformance across your organization. You can create profile by identifying APIs, enforce governance rule sets on APIs, display violations and APIs conformance severity status, allows exporting of reports and notifying API owners. So let's take a look into Anypoint API governance benefits. So API governance is integrated with two components of Anypoint platform, Anypoint Design Center and Anypoint Exchange. By using Anypoint Design Center, API developers or architects can apply the governance rule sets directly to API definitions as dependencies during the API design phase. It allows you to View conformance issues and filter by level of severity. Expand the project errors section of the text editor to view non-conformance messages. By using Anypoint Exchange, API developers or architects can discover and view the new governance rule sets provided by MuleSoft. They can view conformance status of governed API assets. Also, Anypoint API governance provides centralized governance of APIs, which allows developers or architects to view a numeric summary of governance profiles, API conformance and non-conformance by severity, view, filter, and search a summary list of your governance profiles or validated APIs. Export conformance reports in CSV format. Add a new profile. Select from more options menu to export reports and view, edit, and delete profiles. And now we'll look into Anypoint Flex Gateway. Anypoint Flex Gateway delivers the performance required for the most demanding applications and microservices while providing enterprise security and manageability across an environment. With the new Anypoint Flex Gateway, organizations will be able to manage and govern any API deployed onto any environment and in any location. We also provided out of the box policies for compliance, quality of service, security, and troubleshooting can be applied. API alerts can be configured to send email notifications regarding unusual API behavior. API Manager and Anypoint Monitoring collect metrics on active Flex Gateway APIs. You can view charts related to these metrics and filter the data by date. So now let's see how to set up Anypoint Flex Gateway. We can get started with Anypoint Flex Gateway by performing four steps. The first is to install Flex Gateway, the second is to register and run Flex Gateway, third is to manage Flex replicas, and fourth is to manage an API using Flex Gateway. So to install Flex Gateway, we can install Flex Gateway as a Linux service in a Docker container or as a Kubernetes ingress controller. And then we need to register and run Flex Gateway. So we can register and run Flex Gateway to Anypoint platform by running the command so that we can start using it to manage API instances. We can run this in two modes. The first is connected mode and the second one is local mode. Choose connected mode if we want to fully connect it to the Anypoint control plane for centralized management, observability, and security. Choose local mode if we want to run it mostly disconnected from the Anypoint control plane and manage it with locally stored configuration files. The next step is to manage Flex replicas. A Flex replica is an instance of Flex Gateway. We should have at least more than one Flex replica to avoid a single point of failure. Running multiple Flex replicas also increases performance if our API service receives a significant amount of traffic. The last step is to manage an API with Flex Gateway. So you can apply policies through API Manager. API Manager provides several out-of-the-box policies for compliance, quality of service, security, and troubleshooting that are commonly used with APIs. So let's see what are the benefits of Anypoint Flex Gateway. Anypoint Flex Gateway is a performant API gateway that can secure both Mule and non-Mule APIs. It is easily integrated into CI/CD workflows while offering enterprise security and manageability. Flex Gateway provides fine-grained traffic control and fault tolerance to ensure the traffic is protected. Flex Gateway can operate in any environment, any physical hardware or VM, cloud or on-premises, and in containerized environment. It can connect with the endpoint platform control plane to extend the control and security policies to every service. Flex Gateway can be configured using the web interface, CLI, or with declarative configuration. Configurations and policy changes are reloaded in real time to ensure zero downtime with no lag in serving customer requests. Now let's take a quick look into demo. I have already logged into Anypoint platform. So let me move to Anypoint Design Center. Yeah, so I have created one API. Let me open this API. Okay, so it's for demo purpose and it's quite straightforward. So we can even add our rule sets at this point as well by go to this Exchange dependencies icon and click on add icon. and I will add rule sets which are provided by MuleSoft to my API. But for now, for demo purpose, what I'll do, I will try to publish this API into Exchange, and then I will create a profile, and then after checking the non-conformance status of API, we will make that API conformant. So we'll go with this approach, but we can even apply rule sets at this point as well. So let me fill up the required fields and click on publish to Exchange. Okay, so now as our API is published to Exchange, so let's check our API in Endpoint Exchange. Okay, so here we can see that the status of our API is coming as not validated. So we need to make this confirmant, and we can what else we can do here is that we can add the email address and name of the contact. So let me add email address, enter the name of contact to notify in case our API is non-conformant, so that the recipients will take actions appropriately. Okay, let me click on this plus icon. And one more thing that we can do here is that we can add categories and add tags. So the purpose of adding categories and adding tags is that when we are creating our API governance profile, so at that point we can filter our API, I mean the API on which we want to include in our profile from a list of APIs that are available in Anypoint Exchange. So I have added one category. I can add this category like if I want. I have created one category which is of REST API, so I can add if I want, and I can select a value as well. So for time being, I will select it as a you can say experience API, and let me add one tag. So I'll say it like governance. So the tag can be any text that you want to add. So let me quickly show you how you can add categories. So I am opening Anypoint Exchange in the new tab, and when we go to settings, so here we have option to add categories. So from this menu, I have already added one category of REST API, and these are the values of this category: experience API, process API, and system API. You can add more categories as well. Okay, so what else we can do here is that we can manage our variants. So let's say if we have multiple variants and some of the variants are not in our use, so we can remove those variants from this menu. So now let me make a API governance profile. So let me click on API governance and move on to API governance console. So I will click on create new profile. Here I can provide a name for my profile. So it can be any name, but the name should be something which indicates that what APIs are included this profile. So for time being, as it's for demo purpose, so I'll name it like something like demo profile. It can be any meaningful name. I will click on next because purpose optional. So here in rule sets menu, it shows the list of all available rule sets. So right now it's showing all the rule sets that are available by MuleSoft. So from this menu, we can select rule sets which we want to apply to our profile. So I'm selecting two: Anypoint best practices and required examples. So if we want to explore more about what are these practices, and you want to look into how to resolve these, and what actually are these warnings and violations or errors, so you can click on this link to open these in Exchange. Okay, so let me click on next, and here we can see that it there is a list of violations and warnings which are available in this rule set Anypoint best practices. If I click on required examples, so it's showing the violations of this rule set. So now we need to filter APIs. So how can we filter? We need to apply. We need to filter APIs on the basis of some tag or some category. So as we know that I have already created one category of REST API. So I can even provide this tag, and all the APIs which are using this category will be shortlisted. Also, I can also provide a tag. So if I click on this tag, so all the profiles in my organization which are available on Exchange with this tag, governance tag, will be filtered. I will click on apply. So here I can see that all the API, currently there is only one API, so it's showing only one. So now I'll click on next. So in this menu, we can configure the recipients whom we want to send email notifications in case our API is non-conformant, so that they can take action accordingly. So if we want to add, then we can even add email, and it can be an email. And if we want, we can check this one as well. So this will send email to the contact person which we added in Anypoint Exchange. Let me click on next. So here we can review the all of the information that we have provided in previous steps, like what's the name of profile, description, and what tool sets we have selected. And then we have API criteria, the filter criteria, and the number of APIs which are included after filtering, and the notification settings. So it's the entire process of creating a profile. So I'll click on create to create this profile. So as you can see that profile is created, and it will take little more seconds or little bit time to show a confirmation status. Yeah, you can see here that it's in validation process. Yeah, so here we can see that the number of APIs which are confirmant or non-confirmant or not validated, and the severity status. So currently we have only one API, so it's showing the statistics for that API. So if I click on this profile, so here we can see that what profiles we have available, what APIs we are available in this profile. I will expand this, and here I can see the list of violations and warnings associated to these rule sets. So if I click on this violations button, so it will showing me a list of all the violations which are due to this rule set violation. And if I click on this one, so it will showing me two occurrences of required examples rule set. We also have warnings. So let's say if we have no violation and only warnings in our API specification, then we can publish our API to Exchange. But in case we have a violation, then it will not allow us to publish our API to Exchange. So first we need to make our API confirmant, and then we are allowed to publish our API to Exchange. So what else we have here is that we can export the status of this API, and also if we want to manually send notification, then you can do it from here. And if you want to go back to Exchange, then you can go to Exchange from this menu. So if I move back to Anypoint Exchange and reload this screen, then you can see that the status will be changed to non-confirmant, and it's showing us a list of rule sets which are not validated. Okay, so let me move on to Anypoint API Designer, and let me reload the screen. Yeah, so now in Anypoint API Designer, we have noticed that the Exchange dependency button is showing one circle, one yellow circle. So it's showing us a message, and that means we need to add rule sets which are added to the profile. So what we need to do is that we need to add rule sets. So there's a button to add rule sets, and if you have noticed, then it's not showing us all the rule sets provided by MuleSoft. It's showing only those rule sets which are associated with the profile. So I'll click on add rule sets to add all of the rule sets at once. So as soon as our rule sets are added, we can see on our API specification page that there are multiple errors and warnings on this API spec. So if I click on this icon and expand project error section, so here I can see that we have a list of warnings and errors. And if I click on the link, then it will move me to the line on which this warning or this error is occurred. And what else I can do? I can also filter on the basis of rule sets, and I can even hide warnings and violations and information messages. So the next part is that I need to make this API confirmed, and then we will try to publish our API to Exchange. So before doing this, let me show you one more thing, that in this state, if our API is non-confirmed, and if I try to publish my Anypoint, if publish my API spec to Anypoint Exchange, then it will not allow me to to publish my API to Anypoint Exchange. Yeah, so here we can see that it's showing us we can't publish with errors and root file. So we need to make our API error free. So to save our time, let me quickly copy the confirmant text, confirmant API code. Yeah, so now we can see that all our errors are resolved, and now we will try to publish our API to Anypoint Exchange. Yeah, so here we can see that it's not stopping us from publishing to Exchange. So let me click on publish to Exchange. Yeah, so as it is published to Exchange. So let me move on to Anypoint Exchange and see the status of our API. Yeah, so here we can see that the status of our API is changed from not confirmed to confirmed, and the rule sets which we have applied in this profile are now successfully passed. Okay, so let me move on to my API governance profile, and here, as you can see, that it's not updated yet. So let me reload the screen. Okay, so now we can see that our API is confirmed, and the status of our dashboard is changed. So if I click on my profile, which is demo profile, so here I can see the list of APIs which are associated with this profile, and also I can see that it's now showing that it is conformant to profile. So what else I can do? So I can add a new profile and add more APIs if I want, and I can export report based on the profile, and I can even edit this profile if I want to add multiple APIs or more APIs. And one more thing is that if I add one more API which is as per the criteria which I have defined in this profile, then it will be automatically added to my profile. So let's say I have add one more API and I will assign a tag of governance, then I do not need to include this in my profile. This will be automatically added to my profile. I can also export the report, and also I can view the settings, which show the list of the configurations which you have made while creating this profile. Okay, so that's all we have in Anypoint API governance. And now we'll look into Anypoint Flex Gateway. So I have already logged into Anypoint platform, and now I'll move to Anypoint Runtime Manager, which is already opened in next tab. So I'll click on Flex Gateway to add a new gateway. I'll click on Add Gateway button. So here we have three options, as we have already discussed, that we can install Flex Gateway as a Linux service in a Docker container or as a Kubernetes ingress controller. So whichever option I have selected, the associated set of commands will be listed down. If I talk the command associated will be listed, and in case of Kubernetes, the command associated with Kubernetes will be listed below. So for time being, I will choose Docker option. So here we have the list of commands: how to install, how to register, and how to start the gateway, and how to start replica. And after completing the setup, how we can see our Flex gateway in Anypoint API manager and govern our APIs. So I already have copied these commands in my notepad. So let me quickly update the token and organization ID of register command. So let me update the token organization ID. Okay. So now I'll run this command to register my Flex gateway. Okay, so the registration is completed. The next step is to start the gateway. So at this point, if I go back to Flex gateway option, you can see here that our gateway is created, but its status is currently disconnected. So I need to start my gateway, and as soon as I have run this command, so the configuration files will be created in the directory which I have created. So here I have mentioned the link of the directory. In this directory, I have created one folder with Flex Gateway name. So this is the folder which contains the files, the configuration files. So let me quickly show you. So these are the configuration files. I need to copy the name of this file. The name is same. Okay, so this is my UID. So let me replace UID. Okay. So our commands are fine now. So we have registered our gateway. The next step is to start our gateway. So I'll copy this command and run this command. Okay, so now let's see. As we can see that the instance is in connected state. So if I want to start replica as well, so I need to copy this command and open another instance of command prompt to run this command and to start a replica. Okay, so let's see what we have now. Okay, so if I click on my Mule Gateway, so we have two instances, and we are fine now. If I click on APIs, so it will show us a list of all APIs which are associated with this Flex gateway or being governed by this gateway. So the next step is to govern or secure our API using this gateway. So I'll open API Manager in new tab. Okay, so I'll click on Add API and click on Add New API. So here we have a list of all available runtimes or all available gateways provided by MuleSoft. This is the Flex gateway which is currently released by MuleSoft. This Mule gateway which is you can say an embedded Mule gateway for Mule apps, and another option is Service Mesh. So for now we'll select Flex gateway, and we will select the instance of our gateway. After this, I'll click on next. So here we have multiple options to select our API. The first one is to manage an API which is already existed in Exchange, and the second one is to create a new API and then secure that API. So I will select my API, which is users API. You can even filter on the basis of category and on the basis of tag here as well. So after selecting my API, I will click on next. Here I need to provide the implementation URL of this API. Let me copy the implementation URL. The rest of the options are optional. So I'll click on next. Here I can review the details which I have provided. So we have two options. We can even click on save to save it for now and then deploy later. And the other option is save and deploy. I'll click on save and deploy. Okay, so now our API is added to API manager, and then we can apply policies to our API to secure this API. We also have we can say metrics chart, which we can see even in Anypoint monitoring, and we have the details of our configuration as well. So from here, I'll click on policies to apply some policies to my API. I will add some policies to my API. I'll click on add policy, and then the first one I'll select some security policy, and I'll select basic authentication, and I'll click on next. To apply policy, I'll provide some username and password, and I'll click on apply to apply the policy. The next policy I will choose will be of quality, and I'll select rate limiting. I'll click on next, and then I need to provide the criteria that five requests will be allowed in 1 minute. I'll click on expose headers to see how many requests are remaining in current time. And the last policy which I'll apply is of compliance. So I'll click on client ID enforcement, click on next, and I'll click on apply to apply the policy. So now we have applied multiple policies, and now I click on settings to allow to request access for this API. I click on view API in exchange to request for access. Here I click on request access button. I'll select my API instance, and let me create one new application. I'll click on create and click on request access. Okay, so let me copy the credentials. I'll click on close, and now let me move back to my API management. And here what else we can do is that we can configure alerts for API as well. From here we can create alerts. The purpose of alerts is that if there is any unusual behavior of our API, so the recipient should get notified. So let me click on new alert, and I'll name it something like demo alert, and we can even change the severity level, and I will go with the default value of metric condition, which is on total request count. You can even apply on other conditions as well, like average response time, response codes, and policy violation things. So for now I'll click on if request count is above 5 in 5 minutes, then this email will be sent. So here is a default format of subject, and what message will be sent, and a list of recipients. So let me add my email address. Okay, so I'll click on create to create this alert. Okay, so now we have configured alert as well. If I expand this, so here you can see that the criteria of alert. So now as we have applied policies to our API and also we have configured alerts, so we will now test our API. So let me open my API and I will try to send a request. But first, let me confirm I am passing basic auth credentials and let me update the value of client ID and client secret. Okay, so we are good now. I'll click on send. So we have response. If I click on headers, then here we can see that total rate limit is 5 and 3 requests are remaining. So if I send multiple requests, okay, so now you get a policy violation error. Okay, so now as we are done with applying policies and configuring alerts, so the next step is that we can see metrics data in Anypoint monitoring. So let me go to Anypoint monitoring. Here we can also see the list of how many client applications and what is the error rate, how many requests we have made. So let me we also have some data here as well. If I open this API, so here we have some metrics data as well. Yeah, here we can see the metrics data, and for more data, we'll move to Anypoint monitoring from this link as well, and from main menu, and after clicking Anypoint monitoring. So both of them will be redirect to the same menu. Okay, so from here, we can see that our API, the status of our API, which is active, and it's also showing the implementation URL, and also we have some data related to request volume and other data as well, average response time and some other details. So we can even see these charts based on if we only want to see requests and if we only want to see the failures. So this is about requests, and if I click on failures, then it will show data related to failures only. Okay, so from here we can even see the alerts which we have configured. So it will show us that right now there is one alert and it's in stable state, enabled state. And if I click on this alert, then I can even see what I have configured for this alert. Let me close this. And this brings us to the end of demo of Anypoint Flex Gateway. That's all from my side. Thank you.